Welcome to Math 240 W01 for Spring 2013. My name is Delois McCormick and I'm your instructor for this course. As you can see, when you go to Blackboard and open the course, you will come to the announcements page. On that page you will locate a welcome announcement that tells you the first steps to getting started during the first week of classes. So of the items that you'll be doing, you'll be printing the course syllabus, also called the course outline, found on Blackboard under the course information button, and we'll be going there in just a few moments to look at the course outline. You watch the Getting Started videos under the Getting Started button, again located over here on the left. You want to sign into my math lab as explained in the Getting Started videos and locate the online text, the recorded lectures and sample problems, the online homework, and the online quizzes. In my math lab, you'll need to do the browser check and watch the video on how to enter answers. And the browser check is located under the Start Here button. You'll need to complete the orientation homework found on my math lab under the homework button. And then finally do the Student Information Lab, which is Lab 1, located under the Labs button in my Math Lab. And you actually submit it there. You will, as part of that, also do a discussion board forum, Meet Your Classmates, where you'll post your self-introduction, the last question on the information sheet, and then respond to the postings by at least 2 of your classmates. So primarily in this recording, I want to take some time to go over the course outline, the major ideas there. As you can see, this is the link to your course outline. You also have a link to the assignment sheet. The assignment sheet is taken from the last part of the course outline. I suggest you print both of these, post the assignment sheet next to your computer so you don't miss any assignments that are due, and then also read the syllabus thoroughly. So let's go to the syllabus. And as this is opening up, I want to emphasize that the syllabus is very important because of the fact that it is the contract between you and me for the course. So you need to make sure you follow the policies and procedures in the syllabus. And you can see Spring 2013. My Math Lab ID for my course, Math 240 W01 for Spring 2013 is McCormick 39636. So you'll need that when you go to my Math Lab to register. So you'll hear me mention that number a couple more times. The course is located in both Blackboard and also on the Pearson MyLab and Mastering website. So I have the email address, the web address for that. Class name. The class does not meet at a specific time. It is on the web and you do it when you have time. So asynchronous simply means we are meeting at different times, basically depending on when you choose to work on the course materials. It is a 3-credit course. Here's my name. My phone number, this is my office phone number at Fredericksburg. My office is located in the Workforce and Technology Building in room 206 on the 2nd floor. I will be in my office on Mondays, Tuesdays, and Thursdays at the times I have listed here. My email address, which is my preferred means of contact, is listed here. So the reason I prefer that is I'm not in my office every day. So those days I'm not in my office, I usually work from home. So you want to use email address. As far as email policy, you need to use your Germana email account when contacting me. Note that my email address ends with @germana.edu, while your student email address will end with @email.vccs.edu. And again, email is the preferred means of contact, simply because I check it every day, except on weekends. I usually check it either Saturday or Sunday, but not necessarily both days. Faculty response time, and most times I will answer within 24 hours, but basically I say 24 to 48 hours, Monday through Friday. If you do not get a response from me within 48 hours of sending an email, please resend it, as I may not have received it. Sometimes they do go astray if the system is having a hiccup during the day, or they end up in a junk mailbox that I don't remember to check. So please resend if you don't hear from me in 48 hours. I only respond to the phone calls on the days when I'm in my office. That would be Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday. So that's why I indicate email as my preferred means of contact. Course description comes from the VCCS, so you can see that listed there. Minimal technical skills. You should know how to deal with email. That is, access it, send it, open it, and put attachments on it. You should have a basic computer vocabulary that will allow you to follow directions for navigating the internet and Blackboard. You should be able to create and save basic Word documents. If your computer breaks down during the semester, you can use the Academic Computing Center at either campus or either location. We have 2 locations and 2 campuses. Textbook is optional, printed textbook, but you must have the MyMathLab Student Access. This can be bought as a kit included with the printed textbook, as a standalone kit from the bookstore, or online from the publisher when you go to register, as long as you have a valid credit card. So there is an e-text with the MyMathLab Access, so that's the reason I make the printed book optional. You need a computer with high-speed internet access to which you have administrative rights, and the reason for that is you may have to update your plugins and players in order to use MyMathLab. You need a TI 83 or 84 Plus calculator. I do use a lot of calculator exercises, and you'll find they're critical when you go to do your quizzes, homework, and tests. I do require a loose leaf notebook and paper, or some sort of spiral notebook that you keep your notes in. What I recommend is that as you take notes, go through the lectures, take some notes in your notebook. As you work on the homework, show your work in the notebook. That way, if you're having problems, you can bring your notebook in either to the tutoring center or to me, and we can go through step by step to see where you're deviating from getting a correct answer. I prefer pencil for math. You'll need a box of straws or a bag of straws for Lab 2. You need a bag of plain M&M candies, any size, for Lab 3, so kind of a heads up on those. I've listed the general education outcomes as well as the course outcomes with these more specific unit outcomes under those. So I'll let you look at those when you have time. So again, course ID for MyMathLab, very important when you go to register. For MyMathLab, you'll have to provide that. Select a username and a password. I recommend you can go ahead and use your Blackboard username and password. Perhaps that'll make it a little bit easier. Use your Germanic email address when you give that. You should be spending about 10 hours, sometimes maybe a little bit more, depending on how adept you are at mathematics, particularly as the semester progresses, viewing the work that I have online in MyMathLab, and then also completing the homework and the quizzes and the labs and so forth. I recommend you log into Blackboard or MyMathLab at least 4 times a week to work on assignments. If you do not complete the first 2 weeks of assignments on or before January 21st, I will administratively withdraw you from the course. That means that you have to do the lab and the homework that's in my math lab. Now there is a grace period where you do not have to pay for access the first couple of weeks, but after that point you will be dropped from my math lab if you have not paid for access. So don't let that happen. You do want to make sure that you're not dropped from my math lab after you make it through those first 2 weeks. Those who withdraw by the last date to withdraw without academic penalty will receive a W in lieu of an F, and then I do have a list of the dates later on in the course outline. I do expect you to read the textbook for the sections that we're studying. My lecture notes, recorded lectures, and recorded sample problems are all located in my math lab under the lectures button. And I will be touring my math lab to show you where those materials are. In the discussion board, I have an Ask the Instructor forum in my math lab, and this is where you can ask general questions regarding the way the class functions or about the content of the course. Personal questions should be sent to me via email. Again, email is the preferred means of contact. Make sure you include your name and the course name, very important. I teach 3 online courses, so it is extremely important to let me know which course you're talking about in the body of the email, unless you've got it in the subject line. Also, update the subject line. Many students will take an email that I have sent them and hit reply to. If you don't update the subject, I may think I have taken care of a particular email because of the subject, when indeed it's something else that you're asking me. So make sure you update that subject line. Generally, again, I'll respond within 24 to 48 hours, excluding weekends and holidays. And again, if you haven't heard from me in 45 minutes, please make sure that you resend the email. Announcements will be in Blackboard, and I also try to put those in my math lab, since most of the materials are in my math lab. I do put weekly schedule reminders in my math lab in the announcements. Online homework must be completed as listed on the assignment sheet. Those are scored by my math lab, so you'll immediately know how you did. You can do a problem as many times as you want, and so there's no reason you can't get 100 on those. At the end of the semester, I will be dropping the 3 lowest homework grades, so I will not be extending the homework due dates for any reason unless there's widespread power outages in the region, in which case I'll give an extension to everyone. The labs are located under the labs button in my math lab. The labs are submitted there. Again, I will be dropping the lowest lab grade at the end of the semester, so I will not be accepting those late. The online quizzes, there are several online quizzes. Each one can be taken up to 3 times until the due date. Because I'm dropping the 2 lowest quiz grades at the end of the semester, I will not be giving extensions again on those. All of them must be completed by the due date, and make sure you submit it when you've completed it. The quiz will be scored by my math lab as soon as you submit it. And to print a copy, you have to be able to go to Grades button and select Review. And I believe I have it set so you can't do that until after the due date. So, but you will be able to print those.